Hi, everybody. My name is Rouham Manzoor, and I'm the managing partner of MACES. We are official partners of Kyoto University of Advanced Sciences in Kyoto, Japan. And we are so excited because we started working with KUAS now for the last 3 years, and the interest of 3 years, actually 4 years now, and the interest that we are getting from students have blown up. Everybody is interested in KUAS, and they're creating such a great environment for students. So today we're going to hear from Mr. Kiyoshi Takeda, who has been working relentlessly in KUAS's international recruitment efforts. And we will also talk with one of our great students, Anas, who's been spending some time there. So first, I'm going to let Takeda-san come on stage and introduce himself.
Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Takeda, and I serve as the Director of International Admissions Office. And I'm so excited today. I'm going to meet you online, and because I'm going to talk about our exciting degree programs in engineering, bioscience program, and business programs. Talk to you later today.
Awesome. We're really excited to hear about all the new programs that KUAS is launching because students have now new avenues to experience KUAS. Now I'm going to add Anas, who is a student currently in KUAS. Anas, what have you been up to?
Hello. Yeah. So I'm Anas, a fourth-year undergrad here at KUAS, and I've almost spent I have almost known KUAS for 4 years and gone through all of the courses they have to offer. So currently I'm planning to continue my master's here at KUAS, so I'm doing lab project.
Awesome. That means, what a testament for a student to keep themselves at the same university where they did their undergrad, because that shows the experience you have had. So I'm really, really excited to hear from you about that. The way we have designed this is, at first, Takeda-san will give us a presentation and introduce the university. And then Anas will talk about his experience as a student. And then we might be able to take some questions that our students have been sending us. I personally have been working with Japanese universities for the past 12 years, and I can tell you I have now thousands of students who have been able to reshape their lives and find themselves in Japan. They are all enjoying themselves, having a great time. And a lot of them are really, really successful now already. So I can't wait to share it with a new group of students. So without any further delays, Takeda-san, I invite you to introduce KUAS to our new students.
Rouham-san, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Once again, my name is Takeda. I'm so excited to be discussing today our degree programs at Kyoto University of Advanced Science, and KUAS for short. For those who are not so familiar with the map of Japan, here is the clear map of Japan. If you take a look at the map on the right-hand side, Kyoto is conveniently located in the middle of Japan that has a great access to two major cities like Osaka, Tokyo, and that has international airports. Okay. And the KUAS is first, it's really important for you to know that the KUAS is the internationally recognized universities and strictly controlled by the Ministry of Education in Japan for the quality of education. It was founded in 1969 and has over 50-year operation history already. And it has 3,600 students, And then when it comes to international students number, we have already reached as many as 400 international students at our engineering school alone, coming from over 50 countries. And that means that you can have international cuisine, you can have a good access to international cuisine, like halal food, even prayer rooms embedded in the engineering school building. And we are so proud to inform you that we are already hosted an excellent students like Anas from Bangladesh. And also Novera Marilyn, also from Bangladesh, both academically talented students. We are so proud to have such great students from Bangladesh. And also, because of the great popularity among Bangladeshi students in choosing a KUAS, we have already reached as many as 30 Bangladeshi students studying at our engineering program currently. Okay, so we offer programs at the three faculties: engineering, environmental sciences, and economics and administration. The good news is all these programs are full degree programs, and not only that, we offer these programs 100% completely in English, not in the Japanese language. Meaning that you don't have to be concerned at the time of application. You don't have to be be concerned about your current Japanese language proficiency at all. But I understand that since you are considering Japan for your college, you may be wondering about what's going to happen to learning Japanese. Good news is if you are enrolled any one of our programs, whether it's bio, business, engineering, you'll be required to take Japanese language courses as a part of the regular curriculum that is your major, in order to gain Japanese language proficiency and work in Japan after graduation. Because of that, we are so proud to inform you that KUAS has reached 98.2% job placement rate. Great. Well, let me proceed discuss our exciting degree programs briefly for each of them. First, faculty engineering. We are you can learn on these programs combination of mechanical and electrical and computer sciences in one big chunk, unlike some other traditional engineering schools. And the culmination of a program is that a capstone project where you can actually work closely with the business professional, professional engineers who are currently working in industry. You will do this not just 2 months, not just 2 days. Actually, you are going to work closely. You'll be working very closely with the engineering professionals over 2 years while still in college. In order to hone your skills, in order to achieve your practical knowledge and the skill that you need to be successful after graduation as a professional engineer. I'd like to talk about bioenvironmental sciences because nowadays there are a lot of young generations and young people who so concerned about climate change and bioenvironmental issues. This program is going to actually give you a lot of knowledge and even skills that help you become knowledgeable researchers in the fields of bioenvironmental sciences. After graduation, you can, with all the knowledge and the skill that you achieve and you learn on this program, you can be a researcher, you can be a pharmacist, And you can be also an environmentalist that is knowledgeable enough to understand how to mitigate all the side effects of these complicated environmental issues. Let me proceed. And this is also our program that offers opportunities for you to work closely with researchers, professional researchers outside of KUAS and while still in college, so that you can hone your skills in the field of bioenvironmental sciences. And even you can have opportunities to work closely with the researchers from other prestigious universities while still in college in order to achieve your professional knowledge and skill that you need to be successful as an environmentalist, and researchers after graduation. Very exciting. And then I'd like to talk about our very strong business programs that is called our Global Business and Economics Programs. As shown in this name itself, you can learn a combination of business programs and economics programs that really is going to help you become a very instrumental and very effective when it comes to the business leader opportunities after graduation. This program also provides you with such great opportunities to work closely with a business professional while still in college, even from prestigious companies like major airline companies, NTT Communication, which is equivalent to AT&T in America, and Starbucks in Japan, which is a major American coffee retail chain also. And you can expect to have such great opportunities to exchange ideas with such great business leaders from such great prestigious industry while still in college. Okay. Now, please join me in welcoming Anas, our final year students at our engineering schools, to hear what he has to say about his own experience in being our students at KUAS. Anas, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Takeda-san. So I'm going to go through my experience here at KUAS and why I chose Japan and KUAS in the first place. So why I chose Japan was, I was not a big anime fan, but my father's friends were Japanese and they used to visit our home very often. And I thought the culture of Japanese people and how they behave were very humbling. And I wanted to go to Japan and see the culture and also learn from it myself. So if you're an anime fan or if you like Japanese history and culture, Japan is a great place for you. And we can go out at as late as in the night as I want, and I am gonna always feel safe in Japan. I don't think that's the case for many countries in the world. And also, I think when you come to Japan, you see Japanese people following rules of the society, and they are communally being helpful to everyone. That is a very humbling experience, and I think that's a lot of lessons to learn when you come to Japan. So when I decided Japan was the place for me, KUAS was particularly different from other universities because their program was mechatronics engineering, which teaches you computer science and also information technology. So it teaches you a variety of things, and later in life you can choose which path you actually want to go to. And one more important thing about KUAS was the capstone program. They hook up you with companies, real life Japanese companies, and the companies give you projects that they can actually implement to solve their problems. And we had Mechatro labs, which were very practical robot building or circuit building laboratories. And I think these laboratories are very good place to learn from if you want to study engineering. And also there are lots of varieties of subject to choose from when you come to KUAS. We had subjects ranging from mechanical engineering to communication networks and programming. So you have a lot of variety and options to choose from, and you can actually see which topics or which direction you want to head to in the future. So I think KUAS was a perfect fit for me because I could take my time in deciding which area of interest I want to go to, and that was a deciding factor for me. Mechatrolab, this is the laboratory projects we have to do at KUAS. The Mechatrolab one was a line following robot. Anyone interested in robotics or engineering, I think, would love to build a line following robot. I have an image of a line following robot to the right. It follows a black line, and we had to compete with our group mates, with our classmates in teams, and Mechatrolab 1 was a very rewarding experience for us. Mechatrolab 2 was a power electronic lab, which teaches you how to build power electronic circuits for energy systems. And Mechatrolab 3 was an obstacle avoiding robot. The robot at the top, at the bottom right you see, is a robot we built for our obstacle avoidance track. I think these laboratory projects are very helpful because it actually teaches you real life engineering and real life prototyping of robots. And that is a very fun thing to do if you want to study engineering. Going on to my life at Kyoto, I think Kyoto is a city, but it has, I won't say a village vibe, but it has the vibes of not being a very big metropolitan town, but a homely city. So you are surrounded by mountains everywhere, and autumn is the best place to go to mountains. So me and my friends, we go to hiking every now and then, and we can also cycle everywhere we want in Kyoto. Going on to my life at KUAS, I think engineering as a subject is challenging everywhere, and we have good support from our TAs and also our professors who are very busy, but if you are asking for help, they are always willing to help you. So I think even though I struggled with my studies, there was always enough help to get me through my subjects. And also, if you have any problems with leading your life here in Japan, I think international office, the nurse's office, and also career support center, they're always there to help you leading your life smoothly here in Japan. And Mondays we go to the Kameoka campus of KUAS for club activities. So I am in the futsal club now. So every Monday, me and my friends, we go to futsal and play there for 3 or 4 hours. And I think that adds to leading a healthy life and an enjoyable life here at KUAS. Okay, going on to what I thought about my career, I am going to go to master's here at KUAS. So as a 4th-year student, instead of taking my capstone project, I chose my lab thesis project. And in my lab thesis, I'm doing something called human gait recognition. It's to help people having paralysis or people who are having issues walking, help walk with a robot exoskeleton. This is a part of my lab thesis, and if you are a 4th-year student deciding to go to master's here at KUAS, you'd be intrigued to take lab thesis instead of capstone. I think it teaches you how to do research, and also it's a good opportunity for you if you want to go to conferences here and there around Japan. Thank you for listening. That was all of my experience at KUAS, which I'm enjoying very much. You are muted, Ramson.
Sorry, that was excellent, Anas. I mean, I remember you mentioned that students can go out anytime at night. I hope you
Yeah.
have not been spending too many sleepless nights
Yeah.
in Kyoto. But it's good to know that if you do decide that every now and then, you're safe. And also your projects, the great recognition one, the inline robot, it sounds fascinating. And you're experiencing all of that while an undergraduate student. So that is awesome. I'm sure we'll have some more questions for you. I wish we had some photos or videos of you playing futsal, because
Yeah.
that's not a common sport for Bangladeshi students. Takeda-san, I guess I will let you carry on.
Right. Yes, thank you, Rouham-san. Then everybody, I'd like to talk about our facilities and application procedures, scholarships, and from now on. When I was in Bangladesh, I received a lot of questions about the international dormitories. Yes, we do have 5 international dormitories specifically for international students, and here is one of the beautiful international dormitories called Uzumasa A. And as you can see, the beautiful, clean hygiene, and this is next to the engineering building itself on campus. And not only that, you may be surprised, it will cost you only $400 US dollars per month, even including 2 meals provided by the universities on weekdays. Okay. So tuition. Tuition is very affordable by world tuition standards. Our engineering will be in $10,000. Bioenvironmental sciences will be the same, $10,000 per year, and also whereas economics and business programs will be only $80,000 per year, which are all very affordable levels when compared to other tuitions and in other countries. And also, cost of living in Japan is very affordable, as opposed to a general perception about Japan as being an expensive country. And because the monthly, including accommodation, food, everything, it will be only $700 per monthly. Okay. And although we offer programs at such a affordable tuition levels, we do have scholarship opportunities specifically for highly qualified international students on merit basis. It may come in the form of a tuition reduction by 50%, 100%. We use stringent criteria like academic achievements in high school, and essays and recommendation letters and interviews. And to apply for this program scholarships, you can use the scholarship section in their TAO applications. But please note that the scholarships are highly qualified, and strong academic performance, including SAT, ACT, is highly recommended to be taken in addition to A-levels, IB, or HSC educational qualifications. And not only that, we are so proud to inform you that there are other strong scholarship opportunities after enrollment called KUAS Outstanding Scholarships. Eligibility criteria are considered based on the first-year academic performance, eligible to apply starting from the second year, and it may come in the form of tuition reduction by 100%. Or 50%, depending on your first year academic achievements in the form of a GPA, and renewable annually if these required GPAs are maintained. Okay. Can we go to the next one, please? Okay. So here is a list of a prerequisite for each of our programs. Engineering programs and the prerequisite math and physics, and also standardized test scores required, which I will explain in details shortly. And the KUAS bio are prerequisite in biology or chemistry. And the standardized test is optional. And KUAS BIS and then mathematics prerequisite with the standardized test scores optional. So when I'm talking about our standardized test results, and I refers to A levels, IB scores, whose predicted scores also accepted, and also I refer to HSCC scores. But I realized that there are a lot of Bangladeshi students who are achieved in 20 and the HSC full mark in the mark sheets. So to differentiate yourself from other crowds, and SAT or ACT are highly recommended to be taken additionally for admission and also for a scholarship. And if you are interested in applying for our business programs, and here is a good news. So provided that applicants have studied mathematics up to at least in the 10th grade, they should be eligible to apply for KUAS BIS programs, even if they are currently studying business commerce related subjects only. And when it comes to English language requirements, then I highly recommend you to take the Duolingo test, which is faster, more convenient, and compared to the other English proficiency tests like the TOEFL, IBT, IELTS, and PT Academic. Good news is if you are educated and taught in English more than 3 years at your formal education, and you could make a waiver request for English language proficiency requirement. And if you are applying for this year, it's really important for you to understand the application periods. I was actually about to touch upon the Macy's. Macy's actually are helping our KUAS to have academically talented students from Bangladesh every year. And Rouham, China actually have been on a campus themselves already, and then they know about the KUAS programs, KUAS facilities, and professors are in person, and they are so knowledgeable. And let me highlight that the Macy's is the one and only official partner in Bangladesh that KUAS have been working closely with. And if you have any questions about KUAS and applications, scholarships, I'd highly recommend I urge you to contact Macy's as quickly as possible. Okay.
Thank you so much, Takeda-san. Actually, there is a lot of manipulation going on in Bangladesh. There are lots of agencies which are promoting students from Bangladesh, and a lot of times they work on a fee basis. They take huge fees from students, make up the application, sometimes give fake documents, and it causes lots of problems, and later on, reputation of Bangladeshi students get affected. So we encourage every student from Bangladesh to get in touch with us so that we can guide you properly as the only official representative of Kyoto University of Advanced Sciences. I went to the university myself. What an amazing campus, and so many great facilities. Maybe I'll share some experiences later on as well.
Thank you.
So that brings us to the end of the presentation. It's time for question answer. But before we do, Takeda-san, with your permission, I'm going to see if I was a good student and maybe summarize some of the key points you covered. Maybe I'll do this in Bangla for all our guests and if there are parents watching. And then we will get into the questions. There are quite a few. আমার নাম রুহাম মনজুর, আমি মেসেজের ম্যানেজিং পার্টনার, যেভাবে আমি নিজেকে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করলাম একটু আগে। আমরা কিয়োটো ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ অ্যাডভান্স সায়েন্সেসে কাজ করছি প্রায় গত 4 বছর ধরে, এবং আই এম সো হ্যাপি বিকজ এই ইউনিভার্সিটিতে যত স্টুডেন্ট গেছে তাদের এক্সপিরিয়েন্স এবং যেসব স্টুডেন্ট গেছে তাদের কোয়ালিটি আসলে ইজ ইম্প্যাকেবল। খুবই হাই জিপিএ, খুবই ভালো স্ট্যাট স্কোর, এবং অনেকেই খুব ভালো স্কলারশিপ নিয়ে গেছে। এতদিন পর্যন্ত ওদের ইউনিভার্সিটিতে ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং অফার করা হতো, এবং এখন ওদের নতুন করে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করেছে বায়ো এনভায়রনমেন্টাল সায়েন্সেস এবং বিজনেস প্রোগ্রাম। ওদের ইউনিভার্সিটি 1969-এ এস্টাবলিশড হয়েছে। 3600 স্টুডেন্ট ওখানে পড়ে, তার মধ্যে 390 জন হচ্ছে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল। আই এম ভেরি হ্যাপি টু সি যে বাংলাদেশ থেকে প্রায় 30 জন স্টুডেন্ট ওখানে পড়ছে অলরেডি, এবং এটা একটা বিশাল বড় অ্যাচিভমেন্ট আমি মনে করি। সবচেয়ে বড় বিষয় হলো যে বাঙালিরা যখন বাইরে পড়তে যায় তাদের পড়ার পিছনে অনেক উদ্দেশ্য থাকে, ভালো কোয়ালিটি এডুকেশন, ভালো কোয়ালিটির লাইফ, কিন্তু আর্থিক কারণে মানে স্কলারশিপ না থাকার কারণে বা অনেক এক্সপেন্সিভ হওয়ার কারণে তারা আসলে পড়াশোনা করতে পারে না, বা তাদের স্বপ্ন পূরণ করতে পারে না বিদেশে পড়তে যাওয়ার। যেমন কানাডা, ইউএসএ 30-40 লাখের কমে আসলে পার ইয়ার হয় না, মানে টিউশন ফি, লিভিং এক্সপেন্সেস। কিন্তু কিয়োটো ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ অ্যাডভান্স সায়েন্সেসে ওদের ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং প্রোগ্রাম টিউশন ফি $10,000-11,000 মতো, বিজনেস প্রোগ্রাম মাত্র $8,000। সো এটা যদি আমি চিন্তা করি তাহলে আসলে এটা অত্যন্ত অ্যাফোর্ডেবল একটা প্রোগ্রাম। আর তার সাথে তো স্কলারশিপ রয়েছেই, স্কলারশিপ নিয়েও আমাদের কিছু কোয়েশ্চেন আছে, আমরা পরে জিজ্ঞেস করব। সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হচ্ছে গ্রাজুয়েট করার পরে 98.2% of the students they get jobs before they graduate. That is a huge number. I cannot tell you because আমি তো নিজে আমেরিকায় পড়াশোনা করেছি, এবং আমার প্রায় 20-30টা ইন্টারভিউ দেওয়া লেগেছে বিফোর আই গট আ জব, এবং ইটস নট ইজি ইন দোজ কান্ট্রিজ। বাট এখানে 98.2% are getting jobs before they graduate. That is something amazing. ওদের লিভিং এক্সপেন্সও অত্যন্ত রিজনেবল। একটা জাপানের একটা হয়তো মিস পারসেপশন আছে যে ওখানে অনেক এক্সপেন্সিভ থাকা খাওয়া। আই ক্যান টেল ইউ বিকজ আমি আসলে কানাডায় থাকি অর্ধেক সময়, এবং কানাডাতে যেই লেভেলের লিভিং এক্সপেন্স এটার সাথে আসলে $700 মাসে এটা তুলনাই করে না। কানাডাতে আসলে $800-1,000 কমে একটা বাসা পাওয়াই ডিফিকাল্ট, তারপরে তো আনুষাঙ্গিক ইন্টারনেট, ফোন এসব তো রয়েছে। তো ওই তুলনা করলে আসলে জাপান ইজ আ গ্রেট প্লেস ফর বাংলাদেশি স্টুডেন্টস টু পারসিউ দেয়ার ফিউচার। আই এম সো প্রাউড অ্যান্ড হ্যাপি, Takeda-san, to be a partner with KUAS. It has become a home for so many Bangladeshi students, and you're coming up with so many innovative subjects. Bioenvironmental sciences actually is, I think, so important for the future of the world. Thank you for being our partner. And we are the official partners of KUAS in Bangladesh, as you mentioned. And if you, there are no fees when you apply through us. We have actually 4 offices, 2 in Dhaka, 1 in Dhanmondi Gulshan, and 1 in Sylhet and 1 in Chittagong. And we're very experienced in working with Japanese university partners, and we can guide you all through the process, including visa. Now it's time to maybe ask some questions. There are quite a few. Some maybe Takeda-san you can answer, and some maybe Anas can answer. I will, I guess, direct accordingly. The first question that came is SAT required for scholarship for all the programs, or is it required for one of the programs and optional for the others, for the scholarship?
I'll take that question. Yes. So theoretically, like I explained, engineering programs and SAT, ACT, in addition to HACC, is required, and for scholarships. But theoretically, for the other programs, are completely optional. But given the fact that the KUAS always have academically talented students applying for scholarship from around the world, even for our bioscience programs and also business programs, I'd highly recommend you to think about taking SAT or ACT to back up your academic qualification to be potentially qualified as a candidate for our scholarships.
Thank you for putting it out there. So যারা বুঝতে পারেনি মানে SAT বা ACT এই টেস্টটা আসলে ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং এর প্রোগ্রামের জন্য অ্যাবসলিউটলি রিকোয়ার্ড, অন্য প্রোগ্রামের জন্য ম্যান্ডেটরি না। কিন্তু এরকম যেহেতু এত ডিমান্ড এবং এত ট্যালেন্টেড স্টুডেন্ট অ্যাপ্লাই করছে, স্কলারশিপের চান্স বাড়াবার জন্য স্যাট বা এসিটি থাকলে হয়তো আপনার স্কলারশিপ পাওয়ার চান্সেস বেড়ে যাবে। Takeda-san, what is required for a successful application? As in, what is your ideal successful applicant? How should they prepare their application? I mean, it's not just about grades and SAT scores. There is other things involved. So what is in your mind, what is your tips for being a successful KUAS applicant?
Okay, that is a great question. Yes, first, definitely, we are universities offer the different difficult subjects. Challenges academically to any qualified students if they enroll the programs. Because of that, definitely, I would like to see the great academic achievement that any applicants made during the high school, during post-secondary high school. So that usually reflected on the A levels, IB qualifications, and also in addition to SAT, ACT scores. Yeah, and in addition to these academic qualifications, definitely. You need to be as an applicant, you need to be culturally flexible, because once you enroll in KUAS, you're gonna meet students coming from over 50 countries. So in that sense, you need to be culturally very flexible, to be successful in our students' population. Not only that, you need to be very proactive rather than reactive, because like Anas discussed in the capstone program, where you need, as a student, even while still in college, you need to work closely, successfully with a business professional, engineering professional. That really takes your proactive, high levels of proactiveness rather than reactive. Also, if you want to stand out in a crowd when you come to a KUAS, and you need to be really show us a good quality leadership, and to interact with other students in a very well, and at the same time you need to show the good leaderships to lead the crowds in the right direction, even when you are students. So these qualities are definitely successful factors that you need to consider before you apply for a program.
Thank you. That was a great answer. A lighter question now. What is the weather like in Kyoto?
Okay, Kyoto. Okay, Anas, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, as a Bangladeshi, I think I would be more adept to Bangladeshi weather to answer. I think now it's like 17 degrees here, and it's not yet full winter, so it's gonna get colder, like 2 or 3 degrees when it's peak winter. But I think it's manageable. Once you get used to
I
it,
mean,
the
two
weather
and
is
three
like,
degrees is the coldest probably that it will get. I mean, it doesn't get too much freezing weather, I guess. I mean,
yeah,
on an average day, it will be like maybe 5 degrees, 7 degrees, and then it gets as low as 2, 3 degrees.
yeah, it goes as low as to 0 or 1 degrees when it's peak winter. So if you want to see
Awesome.
snowfall, you can see once or twice a year, I think.
That's awesome. Actually, I
Yeah.
was able to experience snowfall when I went to Japan last time. And, coming from, again, Toronto, that's child's play where, the temperature goes minus 20, 30 degrees in Toronto itself. So, that's, I think, nothing very high adjustment for students. And most of the time, actually, it's very nice. Will BBA students be interviewed? Takeda-san?
For business programs applicants, yes, they should be ready to take the interviews anytime, anytime soon when they apply for a program. And the same thing can be
Sorry,
true to. Sorry.
sorry. I wanted to ask a follow-up as well because there is a similar question. Will students with good GPA and 1400 in SAT be called for interview? I mean, same program.
The same program, they might, they might not. Yeah, because our professors select our interview candidates randomly to check their academic readiness, aptitude, and also attitude toward the learning. And yeah.
Okay, so it is random. It's not, there is no thing like, okay, these kind of students will be interviewed, those kind of students will not be interviewed. It's not like that. It's random.
Yes, random.
And if somebody is not called for an interview, does that signify that maybe they're not going to get a scholarship or something like that?
I would say that yes, true, could be true in some cases, but not true in other cases.
So is there, I mean, you started a business program. Is there a higher demand for engineering than for business, or is there any demand for business students? I mean, once they graduate, will they have any career prospects?
Okay, okay, that is great questions. I would say that there are high demands for both academics, either from engineering program or business programs, because nowadays because the course it's really popular for students to have a cross major subjects and learning. From engineering to business to engineering. That has just become very common for students to have both skills in both. So the same thing can be true to industry. Looking for talented workers, talented employees in Japan. They are not just going for only after engineering school. They are actually going for business program students with engineering schools. The opposite is really true. They are going for engineering schools with business skills.
We've been sending students to business programs for the last 12 years. And actually, they have all experienced very, very high success rate in getting jobs. So, there is a perception in Bangladesh that engineering means more success in jobs. It could be true, but, our students have actually experienced equal levels of success, at least those going to Japan, unlike in North America, where STEM is a clear winner. Anas, do you do any part-time jobs? Are part-time jobs available in Kyoto?
I think if you know Japanese, it's very much available. Like by Japanese, I mean very basic Japanese. But even if you don't know, I think it's available. What I do is I teach English to some Japanese people, which is a very rewarding experience because I get to learn many Japanese too. So it's a
Wow,
win for me.
that's awesome. And
Yeah.
did you have any? So you didn't have any struggle finding a job?
I would say no struggles finding a job because
Awesome. And a lot of people say, of course, Bangladeshis, for example, for Bangladeshis, a lot of Bangladeshis, Japan means Tokyo, or Tokyo means Japan, and
yes.
but there are so many other great places. Case in point, Kyoto. So
Yeah.
tell me, what is your experience of living in Kyoto?
I think if you like, in Bangladesh, it's a very busy place. So if you go out in the streets, you're gonna see people everywhere. If you like that environment, I think Tokyo, Osaka, big cities are good for you. But if you like a more relaxed life, I think Kyoto is the perfect place. I went to Tokyo for 1 week or so, and the rush that is there in Tokyo, I think it's very hard to handle for me. So I prefer Kyoto a lot more than Tokyo.
Anas, you make a really, really good point. And I shared this experience. I went to a very small university town,
Yeah,
and I think, of course, Kyoto is not a small university town. It's still a major city
yeah, yeah,
with lots of people, but it's not as crowded as Tokyo, certainly. Especially during the rush hour, it gets really,
true.
really crazy. So people who want to have a community feeling, they want to get to know the community, have a relaxed lifestyle, and slightly, I guess, significantly cheaper living expense. Kyoto can be a really, really good option.
Yeah,
Especially, I find that in the big cities, students often lose themselves. So, with a place like Kyoto, I think they can really, there are so many temples, so many tourist attractions, people can really enjoy their time.
yeah. And also, if you are in Tokyo, like central Tokyo, I think you would not feel that much. You would not feel the vibe of Japan as much as you feel in Kyoto, because when we go out in the streets in Kyoto, we see mostly Japanese peoples and less internationals. But Tokyo, I think, is very different. You're gonna see internationals everywhere in Tokyo.
Right. And this also helps you make your Japanese better. We're
Yeah.
almost coming to the end. We've gone on for quite a bit. So Anas, I'm gonna ask you one last
Yeah.
question before we ask Takeda-san for a goodbye message. What is your advice to students applying to Japan?
For students applying to Japan, I think for engineering, it would be to try a lot of projects and see what you like. But for, I think, bioenvironment or even, what was it, business, I would say, I would also suggest try a lot of different things and see where you actually want to go. Like, I think instead of having very specific directions, explore a lot of different directions and then choose your options. That's a very good way to decide, I think.
Explore life.
Explore life, yeah.
Not bad at all. Takeda-san, what is your final words for our students?
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight the fact that the KUAS is a Hararu-friendly university. It's offering lunch in Hararu styles to students, and also I just want to re-highlight the fact that the KUAS engineering schools has a prayer rooms for Muslim students. Okay, so culturally and so religiously, even Bangladeshi students coming from Bangladesh to visit, Kyoto, come to Kyoto, come to KUS, there shouldn't be any concerns about religiously. And so I hope that will take a good sign and good signs from KUS. Heartily welcome any applicants to KUAS programs?
Thank you so much, Takeda-san. I think you touched upon a very important point. Students who come from Bangladesh, a lot of times the parents are scared that their children will lose themselves, or lose in touch with their culture or religious practices and things like that. I can certainly say when you go to Japan, people are very, very respectful of other people's background, especially at KUAS. There are different kinds of, you can practice your religion, your culture as freely, as openly as you like, and you're not, you're actually going to be welcomed for it, for that difference. And that is something certainly I experienced. Personally, I once asked for help from a group of people in a bus stand. I wanted to find my way, and a group of 8 people came, helped me. Like, they took me from whatever they were doing. They took me to my bus stop, waited for me to get on the bus, and then they left. I mean, that kind of shows, the warmth and hospitality that Japanese people show towards others. I certainly experienced it, and our students are continuing to experience it. I hope you will find yourself applying to Kyoto University of Advanced Sciences, a great place to live and learn. If you do, I would like to humbly welcome you to apply through MACES. Our philosophy is very simple. We are not taking any fees from our students. We want to help genuine students find their way in universities. We work with 200 universities across UK, USA, Canada, Japan, Malaysia, Australia. We have 4 offices, one in Sylhet, one in Chattogram, one in Gulshan, one in Dhanmondi. And you can also find us online on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/macesbd. Our website is www.macesbd.com. We would encourage you to apply and see where it takes you. At the least, you can come and take a free counseling session and find out what options are best for you. Thank you so much for listening. It's been longer than we had anticipated, but when we are talking with Takeda-san and Anas, time just flies away. So thank you again for listening, and hope to see you in our offices very soon.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.